getting straight to it. We ain't wasting no time with it. Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to get my hate off right now. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all call me a hater. Call me what you want. Michael B. Jordan is corny. He been corny. And he going to be corny. Come on now. My only thing, dudes and women, y'all be some real groupies these days. Because I think y'all accept anybody depending on how much fame they got or how much money they got. And that's the first thing everybody, he rich, all that money he got and success. Who cares? Do y'all understand being corny ain't got nothing to do with how successful nobody is, how much money they make, or even how they look? Y'all know how many bad women is corny as hell? A lot. A lot. I can name a lot of women that's bad, that's corny. I can name a lot of women that get a lot of money. Corny. So this is my thing. And all of he's not corny. He fine as hell. Yes, he's the most sexiest man alive. That's what he was voted. Let's be clear. He's on steroids. That ain't his body. So we know that man took steroids to get that body. That's for one. And everybody that's saying he's cute and he's fine and he ain't corny, was y'all the same people that liked him when he was on The Wire? Because I remember Michael B. Jordan being the snitch. See, some of y'all don't remember. Wallace snitching ass. Wallace was trying to be cool, trying to be in them streets. Started snitching, tried to go down to his aunt's house. He ain't like the country, so he came back. And they find out Wallace was snitching. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Was that Michael B. Jordan the sexiest man alive, or as fine as y'all say he is? And I don't think he's Russell Wilson corny. But I do look at Michael B. Jordan like with his track record. And let's be honest, I've been saying this on record for a long time. And I don't care what y'all think about it. Yo, Michael B. Jordan is a terrible actor. That's for one. All right. He's just a terrible actor. I don't see how he's becoming like this big superstar because he's just not good. But I get it. I guess he's the face now. So listen, more power to him. He's a terrible actor. He's not Russell Wilson corny. I don't even think he's Nick Cannon corny. It's just that like Michael B. Jordan is just, I could tell he's corny. You could tell he was corny when he was in high school. You could tell he was corny when he was in middle school. He has no swag whatsoever. And I'm not talking about when you see him in movies and doing photo shoots for movie. Michael B. Jordan don't got no swag whatsoever. And like, what is he doing with that mustache? That's corny. That Dusty Rhodes Hulk Hogan mustache is corny. And I didn't really have no real issue with how he said L'Oreal, because you know Joe Budden said, all right, how you on it? He wasn't really disrespecting her. I mean, I think it was pretty corny to in that time and place to kind of address that issue, because I mean, you could have been addressed that issue. L'Oreal been on the radio for years. She does a podcast. Like, you could have been addressed that. I just thought that wasn't the place. It wasn't super disrespectful. I'm just figuring. Let's all be honest. Let's everybody be honest. Because I'm going to be right now. 20 years ago? No, I ain't going to say 20 years ago. But let's say 25 years ago. I look at old pictures now and be like, what was I on? And how the hell did girls like me looking like that? I'm not the only one who think. And the older you get, the better you get. The people that get better as they get older, they remember when they was younger and they looked at like some trash. So I'm not saying I was corny, but if a girl was like, yeah, I mean, you know, E wasn't the swaggiest person in middle school and high school, I would agree with her. Granted, my mom used to dress me, and my mom was a pretty good dresser. But once I got to high school and she didn't dress me no more, I used to wear whatever. I used to look crazy. I used to have my fro all over my goddamn head. I was crazy as hell, would do and wild out and say anything. So I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be too butthurt about if somebody was saying, I ain't really, because honestly, listen. And that's the natural progression to me. If you was kind of whack and corny like in middle school and high school, most of us kind of grew up to be all right when we got older. And I ain't say I got girls my whole life, but I do remember a few middle school janks that turned me down. They wanted the little street niggas. Because where I'm from, the middle school cats, dudes was in the streets in middle school. Now I remember a couple girls I made some moves on, they ain't rock with me. And they're terrible now, I'm just being honest. I wouldn't tell them to their face, like, yo, you dissed me when I was in middle school. But I wouldn't do anything with them right now because they're terrible. So I'm kind of glad I was kind of not the best younger now that I'm older. I'm the shit. So I don't really know why Michael B. Jordan was really feeling some type of way about that. Like, I can only imagine just hearing he went to like magna school. Like, we look at all those kids that go to the performance arts school as corny. Come on, we're from the hood. Come on. We call them weird. We do know weird, and I'm not saying they're not talented, and a lot of them kids is great musicians now, actors, models, whatever. Some of them drug addicts, some of them broke, some of them do well for themselves. I mean, you get them everywhere, but we used to look at them kids that used to go to the magnet school, the governor's art school, and be like, hey, y'all on some weird shit over there, man. So all I'm saying, Michael B. Jordan, you're corny. I don't care what these hoes say out here. Y'all can call me what you want. You corny, my guy. You was corny then. You was corny when you was Wallace, when you was snitching. And you corny now, bro. Anybody who date Lori Harvey to me is corny. I don't care who they are. You setting yourself up for failure. So I just feel like that makes you corny. Off top. And this was another thing people were saying. What actually is corny? Because, you know, a few people was on a radio talking about, well, you know, all the guys with regular jobs and the non-street guys are called. Nah, I can't agree with that. I'm from the hood. I'm from the streets. I don't consider myself a street dude, but I have street ways for sure. I mean, I'm a regular 9-to-5 worker. Business owner, you know, Henny and Fried Crabs LLC. Henny and Fry Crash Production LLC. But I'm just a regular guy. But there's nothing corny about me. When I'm around women, I don't be all extra. I'm not trying to say funny ass shit. I don't have weak pickup lines. Like, I don't go in girls' DMs and just say dumb stuff. I definitely got fashion. Y'all see me. I got swag. Just the way I carry myself. So I don't want to say that everybody this street is not so-called corny, because I know a whole bunch of drug dealers and so-called thugs that's corny as hell. I mean, half of the drug dealers I know is corny anyway. So, I mean, and that's just being honest. Anybody that's destroying their community, you're corny. And then you hide behind saying, oh, I'm taking care of my family and this, that. Nigga, you corny. So, to me, drug dealers are pretty corny, but that's a whole nother story.